I'm often asked about ways to transcribe interviews. One of the ways we've found is to use Word. The Word version you should use is the one you access via the 9 dots. So for instance, here from SharePoint, if I click on 9 dots, I'll get to Word. And the reason is we have this menu and option. So you can dictate or transcribe. I'm going to transcribe. So all you need to do is to upload the audio file. And I have one here. So as it says, it may take a while. It seems to be going quite quickly. Now, while it's uploading, I'll take this opportunity to talk about ethics. Because what we're doing here is having sort of AI support in transcription. And so any process you choose to use to help you transcribe needs to be approved via your ethics application form from the ethics committee. So for instance, some people choose to use Zoom and to use the option in Zoom, and others just by hand. Now, there's much to be said for using your own transcription and transcribing every word yourself, because that's part of becoming immersed in your data. So it can be very useful to need to listen and perhaps re-listen time and again so that you get the text correct. But it can take a long time, so often people are keen to have some help. When you upload a file via Transcribe, don't expect it to be perfect. You would in any case need to listen back and to edit the text to make sure it is accurate. But like I said, you will need ethical approval via your data management plan to do it this way, or whatever way you have in mind needs to be thought about prior to the project. But this way we've found works really well. Okay, so I'm just going to add to the document. Now I've got a choice here. I can go with speakers. Now in this example, it's just me talking. So I am the only speaker. But if you've got interviewer, interviewee, you'll find you've got the speaker, both speakers will be picked up. So that's very useful and necessary. But you can have just text with speakers, with timestamps, or speakers and timestamps. Now, with regard to using NVivo, although the speakers and timestamps is very useful, if you're going to be, say, using any features such as auto-coding to help separate the speaker talk from the interviewee talk from the interviewer talk, you're best to go just with speakers. But you might want to upload in different ways, because you can always upload different versions. So here we have speaker 1, but we'd have many speakers or a couple of speakers. It would say speaker 1, have that paragraph of text, and speaker 2, etc. As you can see here, it's saying hello, and this is video number 3 for the first session of the NVivo user group. So you can see you do need to edit as you go through. make sure you have got the correct text. And here NVivo is called NVivo. So it's really important that you edit carefully, and definitely recommend you listen back. So that's the first tip we have around transcription. But I'm now going to take a look at one of the transcripts we have been working on. So here we have Q colon and A colon. So Q is representing questioner, question and answer, question and answer. So actually with these transcripts, we outsource transcription. And so all the transcripts have come back with Q colon, A colon, interviewer, interviewee. Now, in many ways, this is a good way of doing it. But what we don't want is for every interview to have the interviewee as A colon, because I want to be able to work within NVivo and use autocoding to separate the text, but also to retain who it is that is doing the speaking, which interviewee. So I mind which interviewee is speaking, so they need a different text. So what we would do then is simply, okay, A here, so Archie, we'll give Archie's answer a different letter. So Control H, and we can find A. And we're going to replace all A's with E's. Okay, so now we'd do that for every interview. So the next interview, replace the A with C colon, etc. And that will be a very useful way of organising the text. Also, it's important that you have a space between the end of one speaker and the start of another speaker. Just have a line space. So it's best that you do this before you import files into NVivo. So that ends the video on transcribing.